There is a loneliness in the work of a watchman, a calling that few understand and fewer still appreciate. To stand upon the wall, sounding the alarm when wolves prowl among the flock, is not a task taken up for applause or acclaim. It is wearying, thankless, and often met with hostility from both the wolves who bare their teeth and the sheep who wander with deaf ears. One speaks out, hoping for repentance from those who devour and for discernment in those who graze carelessly near the edge. Yet too often both refuse to heed. The wolves grow fiercer and the sheep grow blinder. The burden deepens when accusations fly from both sides. Who are you to warn? They ask, as though silence were the safer virtue. The wolves despise the exposure of their schemes, and the naive sheep recoil at the discomfort of confrontation, preferring the illusions of peace to the inconvenient truth of danger. But a true watchman cannot rest while cliffs loom near and snares entangle the feet of the unwary. There comes the quiet, gnawing question of motive. Am I doing this from pride? The self-examination is relentless because love for truth always keeps pride under scrutiny. But there is a fine line between conviction and conceit, and only God can rightly divide the thoughts and intents of the heart. Yet even if one's motives tremble under the weight of exhaustion and frustration, the calling does not shift. Warn, even when unheard. Stand, even when attacked. Ezekiel 33:6 speaks plainly. But if the watchmen see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity. But his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. It is not the outcome that vindicates the watchman, but the faithfulness to warn. Whether they hear or forbear is not the measure of obedience. Perhaps the sheep will only learn the hard way. Perhaps some will be snatched before their eyes open, but that is not in the watchman's control. What remains is the solemn duty to speak, to cry out, to stand fast. If pride creeps in, it must be confessed. But silence, when God has commanded to speak, would be the greater sin. Yes, it is exhausting, but as Galatians 6:9 reminds us, and let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. God sees, even if no one else does, even if misunderstood, even if maligned, he sees, and his recognition is enough. The cliffs are real. The danger is near. Your cries may be few and faint in the wind, but they are not unheard in heaven. Keep watch. Let God weigh the heart, and trust that whether they heed or harden, the task entrusted to you is not in vain.